So for this part, you'll need your candle, your test tube tongs, and your lighter. So I'll just light my candle. And then you'll grab your slide in a way that it's not sliding around in the holder. And then you'll just run it over the flame 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just allow that to cool. And I'm just leaving the tongs on it just in case it is hot. So while that's cooling, we can check on our post slide and see if it's fully dry. It's hard to pick up on camera, but yeah, it looks matte, so it's fully dry. So we'll put the pre-slide down and we'll pick up our post slide and then run it over the flame 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you see this like black soot, that's perfectly okay because it's on the other side of the slide and you can just wipe it off with a paper towel. And so that's what I'm gonna do for both of these. But make sure you're wiping the under part of the slide because it would be really easy to wipe the smear off. And so it says, note, do not hold the slide directly in the flame. Too much heat will destroy the sample and potentially break the slide. So you want to be constantly moving over the flame. You want it to just be a little bit above the flame, not in the flame. So now we're at step 17, allow the slide to cool. So I will be back. I'm going to blow out my candle and then give these about 5 minutes to fully cool. All right, my slides should be cool by now. So now we're at step 20. Place the pre-slide sample side up in the staining tray, see figure 10. So this is figure 10. So you'll want to grab your staining tray and then the gram staining kit of all 4 dropper bottles. And then I'm just going to arrange them in the order that you do the gram stain. So first is crystal violet, and then iodine, then decolorizer, and then your saffronin. So I'll put the pre-slide with the smear side up. And so now we're at step 21. So before we begin, I remember from the previous gram stain lab that we had to dump this in between. So I'm going to grab another cup and just call it waste. So I have somewhere that I can just dump that instead of going to the sink each time. So step 21 is add 1 to 2 drops of crystal violet, which is gram stain 1, and then wait 60 seconds and then gently rinse the slide with tap water over the staining tray. And so that's another thing that I don't know. Well, I don't have the dropper because I got rid of it, but before I was using a dropper to rinse this, and so I guess I'll just pour distilled water onto it to rinse it. So we'll get started with the crystal violet. We'll do 2 drops and then wait 60 seconds. All right, it's been 60 seconds, so now I will rinse my slide by pouring some distilled water on it. And you'll just keep rinsing until you notice the water runs clear. And then I'm gonna dump this into my waste. So now we're at step 22. Pour the contents of the staining tray down the middle of a drain and return the slide to the tray, which is figure 11. So that's figure 11. And so now we're at step 23. Add 2 to 3 drops of PVP iodine, which is gram stain 2, and then wait 60 seconds. So I will do 3 drops of the iodine. So 1, 2, 3. And now we'll just wait 60 seconds. All right, it's been 60 seconds, so now we will rinse our slide. So you'll just rinse it until the water runs clear. And just transfer that to your waste or take your slide to the sink. So now we're at step 24. Add 2 to 3 drops of decolorizer, which is gram stain number 3, and then wait 30 seconds. So we'll do 3 drops of the decolorizer and wait 30 seconds. All right, it's been 30 seconds, so now we'll rinse our slide. And then dump this into our waste, or you could dump it into your sink. And then put it back in the staining rack. So now we're at step 25. Add 2 to 3 drops of saffronin, which is gram stain number 4. And then wait 30 seconds. So I'll do 3 drops of this. So 1, 2, 3. And then we'll wait 30 seconds. All right, it's been 30 seconds, so now we'll gently rinse our slide with water. And just rinse it until you notice the water runs clear. And you'll want to get off as much water as you can. And then dump this into your waste or into the sink. And so now we're at step 26. Place the slide on a paper towel and allow it to completely dry. So off to the side, I'll put this paper towel, and then what I'm gonna do is just drop it onto the paper towel. I'm not using any pressure, just so that the paper towel will absorb any of the water droplets. And then, so there's still some water on it, but there's smaller droplets, so I'll let that air dry while we work on our post slide. So now we're gonna repeat the same process, and so we'll do 1 to 2 drops of crystal violet and then wait 60 seconds. So I'll do 2 drops, 1, 2, and then we'll wait 60 seconds. All right, it's been 60 seconds, so we'll rinse our slide. Wow, that really stained purple. So I'll make sure the water's running clear. And then dump this into my waste, or you could dump it into the sink. And then put it back in our staining tray. So now we will do 2 to 3 drops of iodine. And then wait 60 seconds. So 1, 2, 3. All right, it's been 60 seconds, so we'll rinse off our slide. And then we can dump this into our waste or in the sink. Then put your slide back into the staining rack. And so now we are at step 24. So we'll add 2 to 3 drops of the decolorizer. So 1, 2, 3, and then we'll wait 30 seconds. Right, it's been 30 seconds, so now we'll rinse our slide. And then transfer this to our waste or into the sink. And then place our slide back into the staining rack. Now we're at step 25, and we will add 2 to 3 drops of saffron in. And then we'll wait 30 seconds. Right, it's been 30 seconds, so now we'll rinse our slide. And then transfer this to our waste. And so now we'll do the same thing with this. We'll just flip it onto the paper towel so that it absorbs any liquid, and then we'll let that air dry. And so I will be back once these are both dry, and then I'm going to clean up a little bit in the meantime. So I'll put my gram stains away, and then I believe we're done with the distilled water and the alcohol. I'll dump my waste, but we'll probably still need the bleach.